So what's one of the first things you should do when taking delivery of a new Tesla? If you want to keep the insides looking decent and clean, I'd get some new floor mats. Which floor mats to choose is where things get a little more complicated. A quick Google search or browse of Amazon has literally hundreds of different floor mats to choose from. So it can get a little overwhelming when you're trying to figure out which floor mats to go with. Today we're going to be taking a look at the floor mats from a company called LasFit. We'll take a look at the floor mats that they offer for your Tesla and compare that to the OEM floor mats that were purchased directly from Tesla. When I ordered my new Model 3, the standard rear-wheel drive, I knew floor mats were not something that was included in the purchase. So one of the first purchases that I was going to make before I even took delivery of the vehicle was to invest in a set of decent floor mats to keep the floor looking clean. I wasn't about to spend $50,000 plus on a vehicle and end up trashing the inside, especially when I'm living in a northern climate where we have to deal with snow and slush in the wintertime. So a few months back, a company by the name of LasFit reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in reviewing their floor mats. After doing some quick research on the company and the product, I agreed. Now, full disclosure here, LasFit offered me their full product, the front, rear, and cargo mats at a discount in exchange for a fair review. So that's exactly what you're going to be getting in today's video. So first, a little bit on LasFit. They provide automotive parts and accessories with the goal of providing high quality products at competitive prices. Not only do they offer floor mats for your Tesla, but they also offer floor mats for a number of different vehicle manufacturers. And they have a number of other product offerings for your vehicles as well. What intrigued me about their floor mats is how they use advanced 3D laser scanning to measure the exact dimensions and contours of your vehicle. Now, before we take a look at how the LasFit floor mats fit my Model 3, let's take a look at my wife's Tesla and see how the Tesla OEM floor mats fit her Model 3. Now, we ordered these floor mats directly from Tesla before she took delivery of her Model 3, and these have been in the vehicle since day one. Overall, my wife doesn't really have any complaints with the floor mats in her vehicle. They do exactly what they should do, and that's keep dirt and mud off the flooring of her Tesla. Now, I've seen other reviews where folks are complaining about feet slippage on the floor mats, not necessarily related to the Tesla OEM floor mats, but just floor mats in general. And I can say that neither her nor myself have experienced any foot slippage on the floor mats. They grip just fine. While they do seem to fit pretty well, there are a few gaps between the floor mats and the door wall, but it's really nothing too severe. At the end of the day, they do their job, and that's protecting the carpet on the floorboard. If I had one complaint about the OEM floor mats, it would be the cost. The OEM floor mats purchased through Tesla will set you back about $225, and that includes both the passenger, driver, and rear floor mats. So speaking of price, a full set of LasFit floor mats for your Model 3 will cost you $179.99, and that includes the front, driver, and passenger, rear, as well as the full cargo mat. So you're saving $45 off the cost of the Tesla OEM floor mats, and you get the cargo mat that's not included with the Tesla mat. And by the way, if you want to save another 15% on your total purchase, you can use my discount code of MWTSLA when checking out. I'll leave a link in the description below. I just took delivery of my new Model 3 today, and the first thing I did when I got home was put the new floor mats in the vehicle. So overall, fit is pretty good. I really dig the looks of the floor mat, especially with the white logo of LasFit on it. It just kind of sets it off a little bit. The floor mats seem as sturdy as the Tesla OEM mats do, and they provide decent coverage. Feel is fine. I find no slippage with my feet on the floor mats. My feet seem to stay in place just fine. Now, one thing I did notice on both the passenger and driver floor mat, there is a gap between the edge and the floorboard facing the door on each of those floor mats. It's nothing too severe, but I can tell that it's there. Now, these floor mats have been sitting in my garage for the last 2 weeks. And recently we've had some rather cold temperatures, so the floor mats were a little bit stiff when I put them in the vehicle. Now, LasFit says give your floor mats time to kind of flatten out after you get them installed. And my expectation is once they warm up with the vehicle, they're going to start to mold themselves into place a little bit better. But overall, they're going to do what they need to do. They're going to protect the floorboard of the vehicle. and that little gap on the left of the driver's side and the right of the passenger side isn't significant enough where I see any snow or water getting underneath the floor mat onto the floorboard. Now, I really like the cargo mat and how it fit. It slid into place really easily. It covers the entire trunk area. And there's actually a little notch near the trunk opening where you can access the lower trunk feature, and you just pull it up and the entire back floor mat lifts along with it, and you can access that lower storage area rather easily. So the big question: would I spend $179 of my own money for these LasFit floor mats, especially when there are so many other choices available? Short answer is a definite yes. At the end of the day, I spent serious money on my new Tesla, and I'd really like to keep it looking as new as possible, both inside and out. With the elements here in Michigan, especially during the winter months, the inside of the car, especially the floor area, can take a beating. I'm not about to cheap out and go with some inferior product and ruin the floorboard of my vehicle. These LasFit floor mats seem to do their job. There's plenty of protection in the floor area. They're very sturdy, and it seems like they'll hold up for years. And I kind of like the way they look. Are they better than the Tesla OEM floor mats? Time will tell, as this upcoming winter is really going to be the test for both my wife's Tesla and mine, since neither of them have really been through a full winter yet. We'll check back after the first of the year and see how they're holding up once they get a few miles under their belt and we've been through a few of our wonderful winter storms here in Michigan. Once again, if you're interested in taking advantage of that 15% discount, use my discount code of MWTSLA when you check out, and that 15% will be applied to your purchase of any Tesla floor mat. We'll see you guys in the next video.